Anyway, we're talking about an entire generation. And the best way to do that, to get into that head, is kind of time travel. I want you to meet somebody. I want you to meet somebody from 1987, my friends. The Wellington Dukes were putting the pieces together. This guy. I want to do this because I want you to think about yourself when you were that age, 18, 19, 20, right? And when we talk about things that are happening, I don't want you to think about how they're affecting people you know or your kids. Think about how it would affect you if you were that age. And so you're going to see this kid pop up every now and then to remind you to do that. Trigger warning, some of the things I'm going to bring up are not controversial, but they are things, some of those markers that we've seen that Gen Z has gone through that has affected how they think about the world. And so I'm not doing this to start a political debate, but you're going to see some stuff. So major events for Gen Z, we saw some of the markers. There are some that I want to point out. 9/11, how many people in this room know exactly where they were when 9/11 happened? Okay, put your hands down. Gen Z doesn't remember it. They were 5, if not younger. They weren't born. Not their fault. They just don't have that common experience that you all have. They don't have it. 2008 recession hit them hard. Now, of course, they're not adults. They weren't losing jobs, but they saw their families lose jobs. They saw that security go away. Mom had a job at a bank, and it is gone. It's gone. That affected them, and it affected them how they look at financial security. School shootings, that's part of growing up for these guys. Remember, Columbine was Gen Y. By the time Gen Z got into school, they had to deal with this. I didn't have to deal with it. The election of Barack Obama showed some kind of equality advancement. They saw that. That was a very impressionable thing. YouTube growth, the growth of YouTube, oh my Lord. We are going to see how YouTube has affected and directed this generation, and back and forth. And finally, COVID-19, these last 2 years. Now for us older folks, yeah, it sucked. But for these guys, remember how old they were. Imagine, hey, it's your 21st birthday, you get to go out to a bar, yay! Except it's July 2020. So what happens? That fundamentally changes things. And then we couldn't talk about Gen Z without talking about this thing. Smartphones and technology, they play a crucial role.